Hi, I'm Lacey. This is Callanetics Get Flexible. Everyone needs a good stretch and recovery program, and this is one of my favorites you can do anytime that you feel tight or stiff. With me today is Brendan and Dre. Brendan will be showing you some easier options. All you need is a mat. Let's warm up to stretch. Starting with the swing. Reach your hands all the way up to the sky, lengthen nice and long. Soften your knees and swing your upper body down nice and deep, working with that breath, filling the body up with air and drawing all the way back out. Really lengthen up and out through the spine, bend into the knees, and reach out through those heels. 2 more. Nice and deep, and nice and long. 1 more. All the way deep. Let's take it to half swing. So nice and deep, come forwards half. Deep and half. Reaching for the front and the back of the room. Let's take it for 3, getting that body nice and warm. For 2, shoulders relaxed. On 1, take the arms all the way up to the sky and lengthen out nice and wide. As you come down, relax the shoulders back and down. Drop the chin to the chest and gently roll your spine all the way down to the floor. In order, nice and slow, shoulders all the way down through those hips. Soften the knees a little. Let the arms just hang. Once the fingertips touch the floor, bend into those knees. Really get low with those hips. And then try to lengthen through those hamstrings. Nice gentle release. 1 more. Bend into the knees, relax the shoulders, and lengthen those legs. Reach through those hamstrings. Nice and slow, we're gonna walk to a downward dog. Fingertips all the way to the front edge of your mat, pressing the palms firmly. You can alternate those legs, working through those heels. That's it, nice and gentle. From there, ground the heels, relax the shoulders. Take your single arm and reach back for the opposite ankle. Lengthening back with a nice hold, feel that deeper release. And then slowly come back forwards. Let's try that again, opposite side. Reach back, find your balance, open up. You can gaze over the opposite shoulder if you like. And then come back through. 1 more time, either side. Reach it back, hold a little bit longer. Reach for that ankle, open up that chest, long to that neck. And then back forwards. Beautiful. 1 more time. Reach back, relax through the spine, really ground through those heels, and then come back forwards with that arm. Gently come forwards on the tiptoes. Drop your knees to the floor and come down onto all 4s. From there, release the feet, nice and relaxed. Let's cat-cow the spine. Really lengthen out to that tailbone and lift from that chest, gazing up as it feels right. And then drop the chin to the chest, let the head hang, round the spine up in order, drawing up and in with that pelvic floor. And then release again. In order, spine, tailbone, through rib cage, lift the chest nice and proud, lengthen to the chin. And then 1 more time, melt the chin to the chest. Round the spine up, really get that nice stretch. And then come to a nice flat back. Lengthening long to the tailbone, and then press the glutes back to those heels. Nice long stretch to that child's pose. Relax into the shoulders and slowly coming back onto all 4s. Pulling through into a runner's lunge next. We're gonna step our front foot forwards, nice and gentle, between those hands, and lunge forwards from those hips, nice and gentle. Lengthen the arms all the way up to the sky, working the balance, and getting that extra reach to that torso, really pressing long to those fingertips. Relax the shoulders, sink those hips deep. Let's rainbow those arms up and over, really getting that nice stretch from the hip flexor, those obliques, and again, that lower body release. Slowly rotate the arms down to the floor, nice, smooth, sweep, and pull back on your front heel. Work nice and slow into your hamstring. If you're a little tighter in the hamstrings, you can always soften the knee. You're trying to have the fingertips pretty much in line with the ankle, squared up hips. You can reach long to that ankle, point to the toes, or flex up, get a little deeper pull into the back of the leg. If you have the flexibility, you can press the palms nice and flat and let the shoulders really round, fall heavy. From there, let's try to open up the chest. Taking your outside arm, you're gonna reach all the way up to the sky. Lengthen nice and long. Try to reach out to those fingertips, top shoulder rotating back. Big breaths in and big breaths out here. And then drop the hand gently back down to the floor. And you're gonna pull back forwards into that runner's lunge that we started with here. Feel that nice release again, that hip flexor. Curl the back toe under and raise the knee up off the mat. As you reach long through the back heel, bring the outside hand to the inside of that front foot. Nice and slow, we're going to take the back hip opener. So you're going to rotate onto your back heel, open the toes to the sky. Hips sink back nice and deep, and then rotate back forwards with that hip, squaring back forwards. Nice and low with those hips as you open back up. Get that nice rotation. This area tends to be quite sticky. So nice and slow, working with your range of motion. Everyone's going to be a little bit different. Let's try 2 more. Rotate nice and slow. Work those toes up to the sky. Chest is open and proud. And then rotate back down. Real nice. 1 more. Rotate back nice and smooth, nice and slow. You can hold as long as you like here. And then come back forwards nice and slow, melting the back knee to the floor. We're going to pull back and gently take into the outer hip. So as we pull back, you're going to take your front shin and cross it in front of you. As you cross it in front of you, pull those hips forwards nice and slow, and then lift the chest up nice and long. From there, if you feel you're a little tighter, you can always bend the back knee, watching for Brendan. If you want to take it down a little deeper, you can always walk your hands out a little further or melt down to those forearms. Always optional. You really want to work that balance in those hips. Relaxation, working with the breath, just to ease into your muscles. Try never to force or push. You just want your body to open up naturally. We're going to walk back up in the hands and we're going to switch sides. So as we walk up, curl the back toe under, and let's go back to downward dog. Lift the hips up and back, stepping back nice and long, deep through those heels. Maybe a little alternating heels here. 1, and then the other. And then slowly as you ground the heels, come up on the toes again and melt the knees back down to the floor. Perfect. Let's step through, second side. Stepping through. Again, sinking those hips forwards, nice and deep. Shoulders pulling back. And let's work it out, lengthening up to the sky. Reaching nice and tall, really reach up and out. As you reach up and out, lengthen up and relax the shoulders. It's easy to tense, be aware of yourself. Take the rainbow effect. Up and over as you reach, nice and gentle. Really thinking, elongating from that hip bone out through the fingertips. Shoulders calm as we pull into the hamstring. Dropping the hands down forwards, either side of the foot, and pull back onto that heel nice and smooth. Toes to the nose, or reaching through that ankle. Remember, you can work with that lower body the way that feels right for you. Melting the palms, keeping that knee soft. And then let's take it to the chest opener. Opposite arm is going to rotate nice and slow, up and open. Stacking the shoulders, relax the shoulder blades, lengthening up the fingertips. Long to that front leg, and then gently melt that hand back down. Good. Pulling forwards with those hips again. Let's go into the hip opener. Nice and slow. Curl the back toe under. Raise the knee. Lift. Holding. Hands to the inside of that foot. And then rotate the back heel. Opening the toes to the sky. Hips sinking deep. And then slowly rotate back forwards. Perfect. Again, open up. This should feel really good. Get the balance on either side of the body here. And then nice and slow, rotation forwards. 2 more like this. Open back, nice and smooth, pulling back with the chest. Good. Open through the shoulders. Watch for tension and tightening up from the ears. 1 more. Open it back. Hold it back. Good. And then come back forwards, holding deep. And then melting down slow. Pulling back to that front pigeon. Slowly draw back on the heel. Take the shin and cross in front of you. As you do, pull forwards nice and gentle in the hips. Watch the hips stay squared up as best as possible. And then work through those arms as it feels right for you. Walking out, staying lifted, bending the back knee if you need it. Or just, again, taking it where you can, nice and comfortable with the breath. Think of the exhale goes into anywhere that feels tension. That's it, letting all the body weight sink back. Beautiful. Feeling nice and balanced from side to side. We're going to come back up in the hands. And again, press back to that downward dog nice and slow. Work those transitions nice and smooth for your body, curling the back toe under. Lift the hips and step back nice and long. As you press deep through the heels again, we're going to slowly walk your hands back to the feet. As you walk yourself back, we're going to open your feet up as wide as a mat. Once you've opened the feet up, turn the toes out slightly, just enough for your hip, just comfortability. And we're going to drop your hips nice and low, opening up your knees. As you do, you're gonna take your elbows and press them to the inside of the knees to open yourself up. I like to press my palms together, get that tension, and lift that chest. From there, a little rock side to side I like to feels good. Taking a little weight to one heel and then the other heel. Again, really think about lifting the chest, sinking the tailbone down, and knees opening naturally. Full breaths in and exhales deep to get a little lower into that stretch. Remember, without forcing, you want to let your body open up naturally. The more you do this, the better you're going to get. Good. Slowly lengthen up to the legs and drop the hands to the floor. We're going to lengthen that tailbone up and walk the feet back, hip width apart. From there, we're going to come back down to our mat, walking your fingers out and melting your knees down. Sitting back on the heels, legs together, shoulders roll back, and arms are going to lengthen all the way out in front of you, reaching nice and long. Clasp the fingers and engage those arms. Raise an inch or two off the heels, holding. We're going to take it to the pelvic rotations, taking the hips out, curling forwards, out, and back around. Again, perfect circle is what you're doing with your hips here. Really smooth. So again, you get the fluidity of your hips. You're getting the strength to the thighs and through the core. You're thinking of your postural muscles pulled back and down. Let's do one more. Taking it out, forwards, out and around, hold, try to stay lifted, and reverse. Back out, curl, out and around. If you need to take a break anytime, you can always sit back down to the heels. Really want to think of the connection of the breath and the nice gentle rolling side to side, front to back. You got it for 3, for 2, and on 1, as you come back to center, relax those hips. Perfect. Let's stretch those quads out now. Gently walking your hands behind the shoulders. You can take your hands as far back as you need, especially if you're tighter in the shoulders. Weight to the fingertips or palms, legs glued together. Tilt the tailbone under. Float the hips an inch off the heels and gently pulse up. Inch of a movement max. Really coming back to that classic Callanetics. That inch pulse, really engaging, isolating, and lengthening all in one. Then keep reaching open with the shoulders. Proud to that chest. Relax the neck as best as possible. Perfect. For 4. Almost there, everyone. For 3. Done awesome. For 2. And then on 1, gently relax the hips down. We're going to sit ourselves up and sit out to the side. As you sit out to one side, front leg just in front of you comfortably, back leg like a 90-degree angle. You're going to take your top arm, reach all the way over, kind of like a rainbow. Bottom hand to the mat, lengthening through that spine. From there, let's switch, dropping that top hand to the floor and lengthening up and over through that waistline. Let's do that one more time each. And on this next one, we're going to bring that top hand to the floor. As you reach up with the top arm, you're going to lift the hips. Chest, bottom, lower body with those hips, and then gently back down, all the way to the other side, opening up nice and wide. Beautiful. That should feel real nice. Bring the top arm up and over to the floor, and the back leg is going to crisscross in front of you. Crisscrossing in front of you as comfortable as it feels right, and then you're going to sit up nice and tall and forwards bent. Walking the hands out, the forearms if it feels right, and letting your forehead just fall heavy. Just breathing into that depth of the lower back, your outer hips, and your shoulders. Perfect. We're going to work into the other side. Slowly walking yourself back up nice and tall. The front leg stays where it's at comfortably, and that opposite leg comes behind you. Good. Let's sweep over nice and smooth. Get that extension up and over, reaching as long as it feels right. Good. That's it. Bringing the hand back up, open through the chest, and then get that deeper stretch to that waist, all the way up and over. Nice and smooth. One more. Up and over, add the hip lift. Reach over, up to the weight of the palm, press up to that hip flexor. Good, that should feel so nice. And then coming back down nice and gentle, sweeping through, up and over, kind of like that mermaid effect. Bringing the hand back up and back down to the floor. Let's do one more with the forward bend. Bring the back leg in front, crisscrossing comfortably, sitting nice and tall, and walking those hands out. Walking the elbows out and letting your head fall heavy. Breathing in and out into that body, again, the lower back, shoulders, hips. Breathing in deep inhales and long exhales to finish off this nice strong stretch today. Slowly walk it up, fingertip by fingertip. Sitting to the top of the sit bones, let's finish just with the neck here. Drop the ear to the shoulder, lift the chin, and relax the opposite shoulder down. Perfect. One more time. Other side, slowly come up and then over. Lift the chin and drop the shoulder. Bring the head up to center and roll those shoulders out. I hope you feel calm and relaxed. Your muscles feel stretched with less tension and stress in your joints. Take time to stretch on a regular basis. By doing so, you can improve your Callanetics results as well. On behalf of my team and I, thank you for joining us. Bye-bye.